All right. It is, thank God it's Friday. Friday to everybody. And so I hope you are having a good day and you're anticipating a couple of days off from your work, whatever you happen to be. But thank you so much for tuning in today, and we will get started here shortly. But I want to, number one is to say all the people who have come to review the video from yesterday and the day before, some of the people. So let me get started here. I got a long list, so please keep it up. Number one, we have Cheryl Dean, Reagan, uh, Deborah, Richard, and we have Lexopedia. We have Frank, Nata, and Joe. And Joe is an old friend from when I used to work with DFAS and used to go over to St. Louis to see Joe. So hello, Joe. Thank you for always being a loyal visitor and commenter on Congo Helping Hands. And then there was Franklin. And I was surprised to see that we had 5 people from Congo that I know are in Congo. Uh, check out the video. There was Veronique. There was Charles from Kananga. Charles, he's a lawyer, and he always bothered me about. I was his brother. So there's Pierre from Lubumbashi, and there's Pastor McKindy from Kananga, and there's Shabanga. So thank you all for coming in and leaving your comments or leaving a like to the video. We really appreciate that. So what we're going to talk about today is suppose you were going to the Congo, what would you need and what you would highly be recommended to take with you? So, but please listen to this, even if you don't plan to go to the Congo, even if you're planning to go to a foreign country, here is things that you need to have really considered. So this is not only for Congo, some of the things, but especially the recommended item, they are for any place outside the United States. Uh, so let's talk about mandatory things for Congo. First thing you need your passport. So that goes without saying. Any place you go outside of the United States, you need a passport. But you need yellow fever vaccination. And I was talking with someone last night, Javon, and Javon said those yellow fever shots, which are good for 10 years, they're running about $300 now. I did not realize that they were so expensive. You also need a visa, and that visa could take you up to a month to get, or maybe 2 months to get. It's convoluted the way they do the visas now, where a lot of African countries you can get your visa at the airport, but for some reason Congo still have visas that you have to apply for in advance and send in money and pictures and all that other stuff and get it. Uh, like I say, in some African countries, you go to that when you arrive at the airport, you stand in line, get your visa, stamp it in your passport, and you're good to go. Also, you need to make sure you take your prescribed medicine uh, because there is no Walgreens and CVS's in the Congo, so you need to take plenty of your prescribed medicine. And what I would recommend that you do is that if you're going for 2 weeks, go ahead and get a 4 week supply. Uh, maybe, and what you want to do is divide that up, uh, the 2 week supply, into two different areas of your luggage and stuff, just in case it get lost. Because if you don't have your medicine on you and you packed it in a suitcase, I have gotten my suitcase is lost, and it takes 2 or 3 weeks. So I would recommend that you keep one of those doses of, if you know, like for a week period, if you're going for a week, keep that on you in your carry-on bags, and then the other one you can put away just in case while you're there you lose it, or if you have to stay an extended period of time. Also, if you go into the Congo, please take crisp new bills. Uh, so if you go to the bank, probably go in advance and tell them that you're going to Africa. They will know that you need crisp new bills. No ink on them, nobody initial off on them, no tears or anything like that. Uh, they take $100 bills over there, so but please take your crisp new bills. Credit cards in most places are not accepted. So I know in Congo they're not accepted, but in maybe some of the other countries they're not accepted as widely. So you always take crisp new bills. Also, during this time of COVID, you need to take your COVID test uh, at least not less than 72 hours before you're planning on arriving there. So, which makes it almost problematic when you go into some of these countries because you will, most of the flights for Europe leave out in the evening. So you would take it. So that's if you were leaving on today, you would have had to take get your test yesterday, and then you take off today. You're gonna arrive in Congo tomorrow night. So therefore, your 3 days are just to be about up. So you need to make sure you just take it a day before you get ready to go get your results back. So what are some of the recommended things? These are recommended. I would recommend this if you're going any place outside of the United States. First, the shots you need to take. You need to uh, make sure your TB shot is up to date, your tetanus shot is up to date, polio, your MMR, make sure, and your meningitis, all those is up to date. And if you need a polio booster, you can get those. But you definitely want all those uh, shots to take. Also, you may need, I know in Congo, you need your malaria medicine. There's a couple of different ones that you can take. You can take the Malarone, or you can take the doxycycline. In most of those countries over there, you want to, take that with you so that you don't have to try. Well, you probably won't find Malarone, but you probably could find that doxycycline over there. Also, take some medicine for your stomach, whatever that may be. And also, you can ask your doctor for a prescription of Cipro. He'll give you enough to take for maybe 4 to 5 days. You take 2 of them a day in case you got some type of bug or something that the Cipro can take care of. Take plenty of pain relievers, even if you don't suffer with back problems, knee problems, or whatever the case may be. I guarantee you, when you're riding in the Congo or in some of these foreign countries where you're bumping up and down and their roads are not as good as ours, you're gonna bump your knee or something, and you're gonna need some pain relief. And also, as I said, take something to ease your stomach in case you come down with a mild case of diarrhea, upset stomach, because you're gonna be eating some foods which is good, but your stomach, you don't know if your stomach is going to be ready for it. Also, take a battery pack. Uh, get you a battery pack so that you can that you can keep your phone charged up, and also by the phone. If you are using T-Mobile, AT&T, make sure your phone is unlocked. for Verizon, make sure it will accept the SIM card and it's unlocked. Because I would recommend that when you leave the United States, cut off your phone and take out the SIM card. Because I did not take my SIM card out once, and I went to Congo, and it registered me in Congo. And even though I never got any phone calls, I had a $20 bill that was coming up because it was still sending signals for my calls to Congo because that was the last place I had used my phone. I didn't use it. I just turned it on and it sent the signal back saying, "Hey, we're ready to accept phone calls." So make sure you got a charger for your phone and also get the plug. You can find out, just take all the different plugs that you can get your a travel pack with different plugs called in Africa, depending on who was the country uh, that they were under during the earlier regimes. Let's say like in Congo is Belgium, so whatever plug you would use in Belgium, if you were in a French country, if the plug may be slightly different, but it could work. But if you was in an English speaking country, they use a whole different. So if you go into Kenya or someplace like that, their plugs are totally different from what we have uh, in Congo. So you need your plug, you need your charger. Uh, Make sure your charger will accept 220 volts because that's what they use over there at 220 volts. And try not to use electricity or something that has a cycle so that you don't have to worry about it because over there is 50 cycles and ours is 60 cycles. So everything runs a little slower, things like that over there. And finally, what I would say is the State Department has a program called a Smart Travelers Enrollment Program, STEP. You can log into the State Department website and you can fill out a online and tell them where you're going, how long you're going to be there. So in case there's anything uh, that comes up, they at least to know that you're there and that you're going to need a way out of the country. Uh, you never know about that. Also along those lines, get travel insurance. It's not required, but a small policy for travel insurance. There are travel people that does them. That will pay for you going outside of the United States and also pay medical bills. Uh, Typically, they reimburse you for medical bills, so you may have to pay for them in advance, but at least you know you're going to get them back. And they also pay for emergency uh, fares that if you had to be evacuated or something like that. Because even though the State Department will evacuate you, it is not free. So those are the things that I think you need, and I hope a lot of you are already considering if you're going out of the country that it is not like the United States, and you're going to need a lot more things that you don't normally need here. So that's going to be it for today. And there was a couple people who mentioned that they were going to be traveling, so I decided to kind of list since I've been doing this, going to, I was in Germany, then I was working there for 12 years. Some of these things were that I learned in Germany. Then also I've been traveling back and forth to the Congo for the last 22 years. Uh, so thank you. And okay, I got a comment from Kudu. He's saying very different. Yep, it's a lot of different. So thank you all for coming on today. And as always, I say, uh, take care of yourself and your family. Be safe. Wear your mask, wash your hands frequently, and be blessed. And we will see you tomorrow at the same uh, time, and on the same channels that you're seeing me on today. So we will see you tomorrow. Take care now.